Hi guys, today is January 24th of 2020 and I feel like probably the best video I can make today is one that really matters most to me, which is little to no communication. Yeah, my sister is a 13-year heroin addict, and sometimes, more than I would like to say, we go without communication. Not because by choice, but because by her choice. She just won't respond, or I guess would probably prefer not to speak to us, which, gosh, if you could imagine, really is the worst, because lots of times you're wondering oh, is she dead? Where is she? How do we get in contact with her? We're all maneuvering ways to figure out how we can see where she is, or is she home, or sometimes she's not home and then we're all like, oh no. But sometimes she is home and then we know she's alive, so that is probably one of the best feelings, to know that she's fine. But that waiting to find out is literally one of the worst experiences, and I experience it often. It feels terrible. I feel sick. I feel scared, worried, sad, mad, stressed out. I cry a lot. Just the other day, she wasn't answering my calls or texts when I was asking her if she was going to go to rehab. So I was 100% convinced she was dead, and nothing was everyone was like, no, it's fine, she's fine, and I just kept crying because I had a bad feeling in my stomach. I don't know, maybe she's alive. So maybe the bad feeling was just that I knew deep down maybe she wasn't ready for rehab. Or maybe the bad feeling was, I don't know really what she was doing. So I couldn't tell you what the true bad feeling was, but it just felt terrible in my stomach, I kept waiting, somebody get a hold of her, texting my siblings, texting my parents. I am the middle child of 7 children. My mom has 7 children. My mom and my biological dad are divorced, and my mom remarried. So she has 4 children from the first set and 3 from the second. I am right in the middle. And we are a very close, very loving, very supportive family. We all have struggles, and none of us are perfect. We've all been through things. We all have gone down bad paths. I have had children young. We've all made tons of mistakes, and our parents are still very supportive of us. Even our stepdad, who raised us and is really a true parent to us. None of us would consider him any different, and we do not ever use the word step. He has shown us nothing but love and respect, and treated us fairly our entire lives with him, which he's been a part of my life since I was about, I feel like 5 or 6, but I'm not 100% sure. I feel like that backstory is really important for you to get to know who we are and who I am, because a lot of people will probably just think oh, maybe they're not a supportive family, or maybe their family isn't loving or kind, or who knows what people think, but we're actually none of those things. I couldn't tell you how many times we have tried to do tough love, but it's been a lot. And none of us are successful with that, because we choose to always be a hands-on family and always be there. Even when we don't want to be, we're still there. I feel like the hardest part about loving an addict is those times where you don't know if they're dead or alive. Because even saying that is insane to me. Even saying that I don't know all the time if my sister's dead or alive is one of the worst feelings in the whole world. I think that most people don't understand the toll that that takes on you and your emotional health and maybe your mental health, because it affects my family very greatly. It affects us all like in different ways and hurts us all in different ways, and really is hard. I feel like we love each other though so much that like no matter what, we always have each other's backs. Kind of like, I can talk shit about you, but no one else can talk shit about you type of relationships. We're really close. We are, knit, always together. We celebrate all of our holidays together. We don't separate. Family first. We truly believe that. Our parents raised us to always have each other's backs, to be our biggest supporters, to never give up. We do not give up. We have not given up. We are in a 13-year-long heroin battle, and we have not given up. I feel like to her, it probably feels like we've given up because most of us are angry by this point. It's not like we're angry at her, but in a way we are, in a way we are angry. We're angry because we see our nieces and nephews suffering. We're angry because we just want her to go to rehab already and she refuses. We're angry because a lot of the burdens of her parenting are put on top of our parents. And it's not, my nieces and nephew are not a burden to my mother and father. I don't mean it in that way. I mean it like this is her job. And her job alone that God gave her. This isn't the job for our mother and father to take over and care for her children, although obviously they are because they're great-grandparents. And hopefully if you've been in a similar situation, then you understand what I'm saying. If you haven't and you want to judge, be my guest. But it's not easy. Loving somebody who doesn't love themselves is one of the most toxic things that you could do because it's a constant cycle. We give all of our love and all of our affection and we go out of our way. We go out of our way and it's never reciprocated and it's never cared about. This year we all decided we were all going to get her gifts for Christmas, and typically we don't really like to exchange gifts. Because we have a lot of siblings and we have a big family. I have 6 kids, blah, blah, blah. So we try not to do an exchange. We do more of like a white elephant type ordeal, which we did too. But we all decided we were going to get her gifts, and it was just like really unappreciative and like she didn't care, kind of. And then we were all like, well, even when we try, it doesn't matter to her, because that was us putting a big foot forward and really trying to be a supportive and happy family and showing her we care, we love you, we're sorry if you've ever felt unloved by us, or we're sorry if you ever felt like we're sitting here judging you, or we're sorry if you felt like you didn't have us because you have us. But I guess she still doesn't feel like we love or care for her. Instead, she finds these stupid relationships with these stupid people that care for her more than we do, except they just keep her trapped in this little box and still doing drugs and still doing whatever they want her to do. And I feel like if you truly loved her or cared for her, that you would be asking her to go to rehab as well as we are. You would say, go to rehab or I'm leaving you, or blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Maybe she'll leave you because she doesn't want to go. But why would you want to every day watch somebody you love be nodding out, high as a kite, not with their kids, displaced, just a whole bunch of things, Why? I just couldn't, I can't wrap my head around that because I don't understand that. Oh my God, my hair is crazy. I don't understand that. I think it's just bizarre to me. And anybody that gets into a relationship with my sister and behaves that way, I instantly dislike them, and that's not going to change. I'm not going to just build up for you again. I'm not going to care for you. I don't know. Either you're with us or you're against us. And if you're against us, meaning you want to support her drug habit and be who you want to be, that's fine. But just know you made at least 10 enemies. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. You made your bed, now you lie in it. Because at the end of the day, none of us are going to be asking you to forgive us. I just feel like, too, the worst case scenario is that she doesn't go to rehab at all, and then she ends up dying. Because there is a lot of healing that still needs to be done with our family. You know, I have a fear that she's going to die. And I mean a fear like I don't sleep, I'm panicking, I'm crying, I'm emotional, I'm a mess. I'm a million trillion things, you know. I mean, my kids have seen me suffer so bad that my daughter texted me the other day and said, I'm sorry, excuse me. She said, I'm sorry that you're hurting. And I wish I could make everything better for you. She's 10. It's just like, And then I get upset with myself because I'm like, oh, I don't want them to see me like this. I don't want them to think that, you know, I don't want them to think bad about my sister. I don't want them to do this. I don't want them to see these things. I don't want them to think, you know, any bad feelings towards her if she does die, you know. Preserve the good feelings, preserve the good memories, like fix these things and really love and support. But it's hard sometimes to not let your true feelings show through. It's hard when you see innocent children suffering because of somebody else's selfish actions. And it's hard to see my niece and nephew go through this. It's hard mostly right now to see my niece go through this because I feel like she's old enough because she's 9 and she's the most affected by this. She'll know. You know, if my sister doesn't win this battle, she'll have the worst feelings about it. She'll be probably more affected than any of us. And I know that I'm going to be greatly affected. I know my parents will be. But you only get one mother and one father. Really. And it's just sad to see this path taken. I honestly can't even think straight right now, so I'm going to go. But I just wanted to say, as always, like I've been saying in my last 100 videos that I never am going to get to post because I can't figure out editing. Fuck heroin. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll update again when I can find all of the words that I want to say exactly. Anyways, I hope you like this little vlog video because I think that's really mostly what it's going to be, is like me sitting down and talking about different things that my family is going through and different situations that arise, and maybe with different ones of my siblings too, so you can like see that it's just not me that's affected, you know, it's all of us. Maybe even my mother will come on. It'll probably be really emotional, so maybe not, because she cries, I cry, you know, it's just not good. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day, and if you have a loved one suffering with addiction, I hope that they get better soon and go to rehab, and that you get your family member back. Until then, fuck heroin.